That's an important point here because I usually, with my years of whatever you want to call experience, talking to Christians out of love, sincere, genuine love, wanting the best for them and whatnot, and just trying to bring these things to light, and then going back and forth and whatnot. I got to a point. I'm like, hold on. If this was brought into a court of law, if you're trying to bring evidence and you brought the judge calls and says, "Who are your eyewitnesses?" And you're like, "Okay, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John." But hold on, the books are not even. These are Q, meaning that they're ambiguous authors. They're not even who they're attributed to. And this is not us or you or me making this up. This is like when you go to a seminary school, Christian universities, when they dig deep into textual criticism, this is what you find out. Is that right? The average layman, probably 90% or more of 99% of Christians think actually Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John actually wrote these books, but they didn't. And this is don't like hate this way now. It's just we're just bringing this to light that Christian scholars like Bruce Metzger and others, who are the theologians, academics in areas, they bring this to light. No.
Yeah, imagine like you can put it like a comparison with Islam.
Yeah.
Like imagine if all we had from the Quran was these texts attributed to, Abdullah and Bilal
Yeah.
and Karim, and we don't know who they actually are. We just know Bilal and we
Yeah.
know Abdullah. We just know their names. We don't know actually who they are. And their books that they have that's supposed to have like the revelation that are just they come onto the scene 150 years to 200 years after the Prophet ﷺ, after the Prophet Muhammad, and we don't have like a full like mushaf. It's like just a fragment, like a credit card size fragment 150 years after the Prophet ﷺ. And by the way, there's like all these different versions that have major differences that are theologically significant, because there's just all this variation. And by the way, the book is not in these books from Bilal and Abdullah and Karim and Yahya, say, they're not in Arabic. They're like in a language that the Prophet ﷺ never spoke. That's basically what Christianity is. That's basically what the Bible is. Because Greek is not what Jesus spoke. He spoke Aramaic. But the Gospels are in Greek. The original is in Greek. And then you have the earliest manuscripts are just credit card sized fragments, and they're only dating back to 100 to 150 years after Jesus. And then you have like all these other variations.